Welcome to ADI, to the ADI Wildlife Sanctuary. We're just in front of Africa and Kiara, and we're seeing if we can persuade them to come say hello.
We just see them coming out of the long grass there. So today we're going to be with Africa and Kiara. We'll be with Shuja and Saham. We'll perhaps check in on Tarzan, who's not been so well, and then we're going to Max and Stripes, and after that we'll go and check on Goliath and Coralie to see how the newcomers are going, and they're going to be getting their first treats of their time at the ADI Wildlife Sanctuary. So here come the two girls.
Sounds like a good circuit.
And they've settled down. That's Kiara at the back, Africa behind. We'll just go and look at their brother Rolex, maybe he'll say hello. He's down here.
They all came from a circus in Peru. Hello. Hello, good boy.
So Jan, in the last live we were telling people that Thomas had been taken into hospital. Perhaps you can give a quick update.
Yes, well actually we're quite relieved. The report back from the vet, Dr. Peter Caldwell, is that he has got some kind of infection. He's having antibiotics, and obviously everything's being tested, trying to establish what it was, but it looks like we caught it quite quickly, so he should be okay. It's a very positive report from Peter.
Prognosis is good, we're ruling out the problematic areas. So here comes Africa. As Jan says, these two came from a circus in Peru.
Hopefully people can hear a lovely bird song today. The sanctuary is very quiet and peaceful, and we try to maintain that sense of peace and harmony.
And we've got with us Trevor, our security and safety director. Now Trevor, you had your security teams watching Kimber all night to see if he was okay and not too distressed without Thomas, and then I saw you came in at about 7 o'clock this morning and you checked up on him. So tell us how he's doing.
Kimber is doing very well. I came in this morning to check on him, and I saw he had company of Sasha Lion, so that's good to have company while Thomas is away, and we hope Thomas recovers quickly to come back to his brother.
We sort of try to be very alert here to not only animals that are sick, but also the animals that get left behind, that suddenly lose their friend and don't really understand why.
Don't understand what we're doing, and that they have to go to the vet. It's always a slightly distressing thing for them. It's all, well, what's happening, where is he or she going? So it's very nice. Sasha, of course, Sasha Lion is the sister of one or both of the brothers, so she lives next door. People may remember she's the one with the titanium implant in her leg, and she lives next door to her brothers. And here we go.
Johannes is
catnip box
leading the way there with a box stuffed with catnip and hay.
Come, Shuja. Oh boy.
See the...
Boy. Hello.
Oh, look at that.
Hello, boy. Hello, boy.
It's a very contented noise. He caught his prey. I always very much enjoy the catnip. Just having a look to see what his brother's got. Behind him,
perhaps go round and see them. So Sundays are one of the days they get lots of treats. Catnip boxes, watermelons, pumpkins, sometimes bones for the ones that can have bones, and all sorts of treats to give them a bit of fun. You get a sense of the size of these habitats as we walk along the fences like this.
So he also has his catnip toy. This is always a mixture of grabbing the box and either tearing it up or rolling in it, or both. They do sometimes like to roll in it because they do love the catnip.
You can see we're very much coming into winter now. The grass has dried out. This will be the dry season, and just sort of 6 weeks ago, probably our last lives here, it was just lush green here as summer came to an end. But we're now well into fall or autumn, and winter begins in earnest on the 1st of June. Jen, you could tell them the story of Shuja and Saham and where they came from.
Yes, some will remember, as people who are new may not know. Shuja and Saham came from Kuwait, and it's illegal in Kuwait to have wild animals as pets, but you know, as in many countries, most countries I suppose, if people have the money, they will get illegal pets. And what happened with these two, as with the others from Kuwait, is once they got too large, the owners dumped them on the streets or in the desert. And it's, you know, a dreadful experience for the animals, and it's a dreadful thing for the authorities to have to deal with all the time. So it's, you know, we have to remember, we campaign for legislation, we work hard to get laws to protect animals, but then the next phase after that is we have to help the governments enforce those laws, and that's what we did with these animals. We were able to give Kuwait Zoo a hand and give these animals a permanent home. And that's why it's always important for us not only to be pushing for laws, but monitor and ensure that laws are enforced. There he is, he's looking across at his brother now. Let's see if he has a better toy. Let's make our way down. So this road is Coville Lane, funded by Dr. Betsy Coville. Each of our roads that you normally see in this inner area, each of those have been funded by someone. They're all sponsored roads. We're still working on the bigger roads on the outside and hope that we can get sponsorship for those. What's important about the roads is those who've been with us from the beginning will remember back in 2018 and 2019 there were no roads. We bought 2 farms with some muddy tracks. There were no proper roads. So as we've built the habitats for the animals, we've had to create roads and storm drains, storm ditches either side. You know, in the winter, in the wet season, if the rain really pours down, and we need these storm drains to take the water away. And here we go. There's Tarzan. He's on medication at the moment because he hasn't been feeling very well. I mean, we recognise he's getting older and he's slowing down, but he's on some medication to make him feel a bit better at the moment. You see he's moving quite slowly, and it was when he started to look uncomfortable he realised he needed some medication, which he now has. The Queen. Here comes Tanya. Taking her time. Look, go along later. Tarzan's beloved. With a very small but very assertive Tanya. She lets everyone know what she thinks. She's maybe considering letting us know what she thinks of us. Hello, baby. Hello, lovely girl. Please, I know. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. Yes, you are. I know. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, she is. Good girl. Now, there she is. Give us her opinion. Just put further down Covewood Lane. We'll see any sign of David. Certainly not in the... No, he's not in the den.
I think we'll have to head towards that site with lights out losing.
Are we losing light?
Yeah. See where David is, but
we'll go and see the pigs. We'll as some will have heard,
we'll head to the pigs.
Thomas is in hospital because he has something wrong with him. He's under Peter's care and he's got some antibiotics. I'm not quite sure what was making him feel unwell, but we got onto it quickly. So Kimber is now spending time with his sister, and she's next door.
That's it, you grumble away. Come on, show us a nice.
It's a pretty child.
Alright. So there's Panda, that's who protects Tarzan.
Good girl. Good girl. Yes. She's a good girl.
So Jan, we're going to head towards the pigs now.
We are. Roosevelt and Churchill. We were just looking at them just now, weren't we, Tim?
Yeah.
And their winter coat is glorious.
They do look fabulous.
We feel everyone should see our beautiful pigs. With their glorious coat. It's lovely and long and shiny and thick. Gorgeous.
This is bigger build up for the pigs than we've given for the lions and tigers. So. So we're going past what we imaginatively call the big barn. It's the big barn.
Yes.
And that's actually the power station for the whole sanctuary. On the roof there are almost 100 solar panels, and that powers all of the electrics in human accommodation. And power for our computers, you name it. So we are self-sufficient in electricity here at the sanctuary. We are fully solar powered.
What's the storm thing? And in here, behind this fence, is our composting. So we make our own compost for the gardens, and it's good for the trees. We're still planting trees. We'll start again in the spring, which will be in October.
Yeah, and you can see over there the horses in their paddock. Now the horses mainly free range, but are brought in to give Sammy, who is lame, a bit of a rest. He doesn't like being alone, and so they all spend time in this big paddock when we need to give Sammy a rest. We've got 4 horses here, and I think it's 9 donkeys.
And of course this large barn is where we're going to build our new animal care centre and our kitchens for the preparing the food, but also our veterinary centre. We're going to have a veterinary centre in there with a basic surgery, a clinic, so that our vet can come and have most of the equipment he needs.
We are going to have a veterinary day on Tuesday. We'll be posting the times for that. And Goliath and Coralie will be getting a thorough check. Here comes Churchill.
Come on. Hello, lovely. Hello. Come on.
We set up the sanctuary for lions and tigers, and have found we are really only protecting these animals in the state when they're rescued from abuse. And this is Roosevelt and Churchill.
Come on. Look at this gorgeous coat. Look at this gorgeous coat. Come on, Churchill.
He loves a little. He does usually like a nice ear rub.
He's famous for liking to have an ear rub.
Well, we know the sun goes down very quickly,
We should move
so
along.
we're going to head to Max and Stripes. And
Bye bye, gorgeous. We are so pleased, says Roosevelt from Churchill, who joined us. They're such gorgeous residents. They will have their own paddock when we start the next phase of building. They're going to have their own paddock. Where they are is just a temporary place. They'll have space to roam and they can dig up as much as they like.
so here's the staff village, which some of you will have helped us build last year. It's got 13 or 14 rooms. We've got a recreation room now. We've got 2 kitchens. Have their own room.
Kitchen room.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going past the electric vehicles as well. These are self-charging. Got a solar panel up there. As you can see, extremely comfortable and luxurious. But, you know, there's no emissions around the animals. They're free to run. And they're quiet.
In fact, we have noticed how much the animals like the fact that the vehicles are now quiet. It seems to really relax them. So it's good for the animals and good for us, making our sanctuary sustainable. We're planning for the next 30 to 50 years. We want to make sure that the sanctuary can always sustain itself.
And this is Mahib, who has been diagnosed with inoperable cancer, but I think you can tell he has managed to put on some weight. He's still loving life. He's rather intrigued by all the vehicles coming by. And
I think the intrigue with the vehicles is that he was convinced there might be a treat coming for him. A white vehicle normally means something nice, like a treat. But I don't know whether he's going to, looks like he's going to get something.
so, who are they for?
Max and Stripes.
Okay, so we're heading on
Okay.
to Max and Stripes now. Oh, and I can see them arriving. Actually, there's a great view of Maxwell Stripes under the tree there. Let's see if we can get a bit closer. Probably get chased off.
Hello, boys. Lovely, lovely boys. Hello, lovely boys. Chuff, chuff. Okay,
So Johannes is going to...
give them their first toy. Try and separate them a bit. You can this way. And there you go, tiger fun.
So that's Max growling everybody off. And that's Stripes destroying the box. You can see they've got a nice big pool there.
calm
I think we
before lose the light?
perhaps should head to Goliath and Coralie. I think to get there a bit quicker, we'll jump into one of these vehicles, Jan.
Okay.
So we're going all the way up the hill there to the quarantine for Goliath and Coralie. Just going to try and leave you with a nice view of the boys. People new to ADI, these tigers were rescued from a circus in Guatemala. We rescued 21 lions and tigers in Guatemala, and that was enforcing that country's ban on wild animals in circuses. So on this, Jan's ready to drive us along. Oh, Mahib is getting a treat.
Oh, look at that.
Off he goes.
Now that is excitement. That's excitement about his toy. It's full of catnip. And this time he's staying in the long grass with it.
For people who've been on safari in Africa, this is often the view you get of lions, and you know they're on a kill, and you just see bits of their head or tail poking above the grass. Okay, we'll make our move. Leave Max's stripes behind, and we're going to head down, and we're being joined by Aziza, who's
a lovely Aziza.
come out of her habitat.
Come to see what's going on.
She's looking gorgeous. Pause for a second, Jan. That's lovely, elegant Aziza, the most dainty lioness you've ever seen. She was one of the Q86 rescued from the illegal pet trade in Kuwait. Keep going. Oh, jogging along nicely with us. Two more of the Q86 lions. So we're heading over the bridge, Kakato Bridge to Happiness, and we're going to go through the tyre wash as we're going into quarantine now. Obviously most important for leaving the area. And for our feet we'll be going through the footpaths.
I'll turn around up here. About 20 metres by 20 metres, and this is so that we can monitor them, see how they're getting on, making sure there are no health issues.
And people who've been watching this past week have seen that Coralie has been really very cautious, but she has started to come out of her shell a little bit. We were going to let them into the big enclosures today. You can see if you go way past that windmill, that's half of the enclosure and the other half is here. And they're special boxes.
Here, lovely boy. Hello, Goliath.
See if we can get closer to them. They've both been out on their trampoline. There he is. A very seasoned traveller across the globe this week.
So for their first toys,
They think they're being fed actually.
I think they are mistaking this for being toys. He does. So lovely. Hello.
Oh, and there's Coralie at the back. So Coralie very much thinks of this indoor room as a safe place for her. It's where she first arrived, and she's spending quite a lot of time in here, but that's okay. She's just settling in.
He's just carefully watching us.
Goliath is just interested in everything,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He has already roared his presence across the sanctuary, so the other males know he's here.
So it's possible, quite possible they think it's, well, I think they think it's dinner time.
Yeah.
But let's see how they do. I've got stuck, as usual, on my phone. I've got stuck, zoomed in.
Because they're new to this concept, the presents are being placed, because obviously when they're used to it we can throw them over and they enjoy that, but this is their first time, so we're just going to place them and they can come in and look.
And we're fortunate these animals were held in France, Tonga, sometime before ADIWS. They are familiar with some of the rituals and not being brought to them.
In fact, Goliath is known for being very playful, and the people at Tonga said that he did enjoy games, he does enjoy play, so this should be quite good for him here to have a toy here.
Again, something. He's going through. He's checking the people out first. Those cats love cardboard boxes. Keeps glancing over to the house, maybe for Coralie, but most likely because it's close to dinner time. Well, the welcome home boxes have had a bit of interest, but not perhaps as much as we'd hoped, which is absolutely fine. You've got, at least everyone saw Shuja and Saham tearing theirs apart.
Very new. They've been on their outdoor bed, so people have seen those
Do you think, Jan, should we just
let them have their food?
Yeah, I think that's what's distracted him, so he'll be able to play with that in the morning. Staying zoomed in again. But
so what we've done here is we've brought him in. They have their food inside, so they get used to the routine of being called in to eat. And they eat separately, and when they're finished, they're put back together.
it's important to keep bringing them in to feed them, because it's when they get medications, they get a health check.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons we've delayed Coralie going into the big enclosure, we don't want her to go and settle down and hide a long way away. It's important to get them familiar with this routine. Okay, so Johannes, just tell us about the feeding.
Yes, now we're gonna feed them. As you see inside, we always separate them first before we can just give them the food. And now we can see Gloria is this side and then Carolia that side. So we're just gonna go in now and give them the food.
And are they been quite relaxed so far at feeding time? Some animals can get a bit frantic.
Yes, with him definitely is more relaxed, but with her he's still a little bit not trusted on us. But we are working with her. She always now come inside for waiting for his food. But I think maybe in 2 weeks time she will be fine and relaxed.
Okay, well we won't delay their food. There it is.
So the tongs that people see there, that's what we use if we're giving medication or want to have something special. Helps us to get through the cage.
We can hear that high-pitched noise you can hear. That's Johannes.
He's
Big guy, very gentle voice.
singing the love song to Coralie to make her feel good.
You can see Goliath has golloped his food down very, very quickly. I'm not going to go approach Coralie because this is really precious time for lions, isn't it? When they're eating, they've really got to be respected.
Yeah. So we'll leave them now, so that they can relax and have their food.
So we'll probably wind up now, Jan.
I think so. I think we've seen pretty much everything for today, and we'll keep trying to come back as often as we can to let you know how they're doing. This is very early days. It's been great seeing Coralie and Goliath sitting out on the outdoor bed. They've enjoyed that, and she's enjoyed the den, and he's roared at all of the other lions along here just across the field. He's got Coco and Chino and Kasari, who's our largest lion. He's from South Africa, and Ray and Simba, and they have all been conversing in the lion way. So we'll say goodnight for now.
And just take a little look at that sun going down. It's not our favourite time of year here in Africa because it starts to get chilly and the grass dies back, but it's still magnificent. A wonderful country for these animals, and of course for Goliath and Coralie, they're home in the land of their ancestors.
Absolutely, and you know, what they need from you is to be with them for the rest of their lives. Please adopt them. Please donate. Send money for their food, for their care, for their medicines, their veterinary care. What they need is for you to be with them for life. They're going to be with us, we hope, for at least 10 years. And they'll need you every step of the way. So please donate, support them, adopt these two if they're your favourites.
Check in the comments and check on the posts we're doing. Anything you can give, because 10 years is a lot of feeding for these animals. Lots of repairs to these houses will be needed, and all of those things. We've also got Bonfire have put on a campaign with a new t-shirt, and you can buy a kind of exclusive limited edition Goliath and Coralie shirt, and the money from that will just go and help them. We've got some roaring going on, so I'm going to try and catch that.
There, you're listening to the sound of Africa, so we'll say good night.
Good night everyone, and thanks for watching. We're going to be live again tomorrow at some stage, possibly for the release into the first stage of the bigger habitat, and we also will be live from a veterinary day on Tuesday when Dr. Caldwell will be giving a thorough checkup of Goliath and Coralie. Thanks for watching.